Hey everybody, this is Tracy here with another edition of A View from Tracy's Point, and we are here with part 3 of these email readings, okay? And so if this is your first time jumping on a video where I am reading the emails and wondering what emails is she talking about, these are emails between Azriel Clary, who is a former girlfriend of singer Robert Sylvester Kelly, who turned government witness and victim number 5, I believe she was, in the Eastern District of New York. And for the longest time, her parents, had came out with these different scenarios and stories as to how she ended up with Mr. Kelly. So the first story was that she was engaging in self-harm, and that the therapist said that it would be a good idea, since she loved music, she was a singer, aspiring, to be the next great female singer, that they should keep her surrounded around music and doing things, related to music, and that would help her. Well, that kind of sort of wasn't really the truth, okay, as far as to why they decided to take her to this music festival on April 19th in 2015. So when we read the emails yesterday, Azriel did say in one of the text messages as she was going off on her mother that this is why, I did self-harm. Now, the parents claim that the self-harm was due to a breakup with a boyfriend. The boyfriend cheated on her or something. But the more I read these text messages, I don't think the self-harm was a result of the boyfriend. I think it was a result of this piss poor parenting we got going on, and the fact that they were pushing her to become this music artist, and she may not have had the passion for it, or they was just taking the love of music out of her because they wanted her to be their meal ticket.
What type of mother is this?
So we left off yesterday, and it is now April 29th. Azriel is in California with Mr. Kelly, right? 17 years old. Mom just put her on an airplane, sent her out to California by herself because they have lied to Mr. Kelly and said that Azriel is 18 years old. She's an aspiring singer. And so he's like, yeah, come on out. I'll let you see what it's like behind the scenes, right? To be a musician, to be on the road, touring, that type of thing. But then somewhere along the way, Mama decided, or maybe she just knew Azriel didn't have what it would take to become a singer in the music industry. And so she's starting to push her towards, maybe you should sleep with him, lie about your age, have sex with them. And I think they were doing, well, I know they were doing it, I don't think it, that they were doing this so that they would have something to fall on if things didn't work out the way they planned. Then they could manipulate him, they could, the word just escaped me, they could blackmail him, once they had this, the fact that he had slept with Azriel while she was 17. But then when Azriel, gets out to California with him, she's enamored by the life of being with a celebrity. And so her focus isn't pretty much on singing, but how can I be in this lifestyle? How can I get away from these conniving parents of mine? And so another lie that the Clarys told was that it was about the texting. People were saying no, they were texting, the mother was texting R. Kelly pretending to be the daughter. And they denied that, denied that, denied that. So in these text messages, we have found out that that the mother was texting him, pretending to be Azriel, but Azriel knew that the mother was doing it. And I can only assume, and the father knew also, and I can only assume that the reason the mother took it upon herself to start the text conversation was because she had little faith in Azriel to do it the way that she wanted it done, because Mama Clary is trying to get away from Papa Clary, okay? And she is trying to do it by any means necessary, even if it means pimping out her daughter. So we left off on the 29th at 11:55 p.m. And so Alice is reminding Azriel, remember this woman's work, Pretty Hurts, all about that bass, all about that bass. Prince, If You Do Intimate Like a Seductive Lap Dance, and Jessie J, Your Best Songs. And so she's telling Azriel, bring it. Good Night, Love You. So she's telling Azriel, these are the songs that you need to sing for Mr. Kelly. So now it is April 30th, and it's right at midnight. And Azriel replies, we at the gym. Oh my God, laughing my ass off. And then Alice replies, what? And then Azriel says, we were going to the studio, but I knew he put me in sweats for a reason. And then Alice says, good morning, because it's now 6:46 a.m. on the 30th. She says, good morning. How was your workout? Did you get to the studio? You could have at least texted me that you made it to your room safe and said good night. Do not send shit to ICE, talking about the sister who lied about being in Chicago with Azriel over the summer, and who is going out to YouTubers and saying that these text messages aren't real, they're manipulated, and that this is all false information. But I just want to remind you guys that these text messages come from court documents, okay? So a forensics person has pulled these text messages and compiled them into this document. And the forensics analogy only focused on Azriel, her mom, and then an employee of Mr. Kelly that people are saying is Cheryl Mike. But I haven't seen anything, and it might have been in the testimony. And Cheryl Mike's testimony is how people know that this is who it was. And then Cheryl Mike also was an employee of Mr. Kelly at the time that Azriel did come aboard.
What type of mother is this?
So Azriel goes on to say, we were going to the studio, but I knew he put me in sweats for a reason. Alice is upset, that Azriel didn't get back to her. And then she tells her, do not send shit to ICE, the sister. Don't use the group chat. Just use the one for me and your dad, confirming that, the dad and the mom are in on this. So then Alice says, delete that group chat out your phone. So now it's 8:45 a.m. and I guess Azriel was still in that group chat and Alice was checking to see if she deleted it. And then she says, you not up yet? Now it's 11:15. Azriel still hadn't responded to her. So finally Azriel responds at 11:49 and she says, tell me how, I guess referring to how to delete herself from the group chat. And she says, just now leaving the gym and going to get food and to the studio. One truck is just me and R and Joan, his assistant, and the other truck is like his cousins, uncle, and stuff. Okay, so stick a pin there. So Azriel is saying that the assistant is Joan that's with them in the truck. So how do we know it's Cheryl Mike sending the text and not Joan sending the text? So I don't want to confirm or deny that Cheryl Mike is the one behind this phone number, because like I said, it may have been verified during the court hearings which was almost 2 years ago, and I've really forgotten a lot of that information. And it may have been in the transcripts that the number that's appearing in these text messages indeed belong to Cheryl Mack. So I'm not disputing what anybody is saying, but we know now that Joan is the assistant that is physically with Azriel. So she says, and Joan, his assistant, and the other truck, like his cousins, uncle, and stuff. Laughing my ass off. All he does is hoop straight like 10 games, but my text not going through. I know you probably spazzing. I love them. I've been here all freaking night, and he wrote like 3 songs when I was asleep and recorded them, and when I woke up was like, you like them. Tell me how we just left the studio. Wow. So then Alice replies at 12:29, and she says, oh my God, I'm so glad you're enjoying yourself. Azriel, thank you, me too, to be honest. I'm finna shower and just sleep.
What type of mother is this?
Alice.
Oh my God.
Did you tell him about the guy? And then she says, okay. Then, okay, you're probably asleep. Did you call security? I don't know what guy Alice talking about that the child needed security for. So Alice is having a conversation with herself via text from 2:24 until 6:24. So for 4 hours, she's texting Azriel, and Azriel is not responding. And so she says, you probably sleep. Did you call security? You not up yet? Really, you sleeping hard? Call me. So Azriel finally responds at 6:57, and she says, I'm sleepy. I don't know why. I called you. So then Alice finally responds, and that was at 7:11 when she said, I called you. Alice doesn't respond until 9:30. And she says, you should ask him about Essence Music Fest. Oh my God, I want to go so bad. Is he performing? Now, I don't think he was performing at Essence Music Festival, because I went to the Essence Music Festival, Lord, I can't remember what year it was. Was it like 2004, maybe 2006? Because I took my daughter, my oldest daughter, and she might have been in the 11th or 12th grade at the time.
What type of mother is this?
Child, they had R. Kelly on that stage, and he done pulled out of bed and got these dancers coming out to do whatever on the bed. And they cut that show so fast, and they was like, this is a family-oriented concert. People have their children with them. You cannot do this. And so he got upset, and he was basically like, you invited me to this concert, to this festival, to be a part of this concert, and you know what kind of show I put on. You used me to pack these seats, because I think it might have been sold out that night. And this was going on like basically on the stage while the audience is sitting there like, what in the world? And so he said if he couldn't perform his show as he had planned, then he was going to leave. And he did. He walked off, so we didn't get to see him. I mean, he performed maybe 3 songs before all of this happened, but he ended up walking off, and then Patti LaBelle came out and took his place. So anyway, just a little sidebar conversation. Anyway, so where was
What type of mother is this? Oh
So
my
she
God.
asked Azriel about whether or not they were going to go to Essence Fest, and she wanted to go. Azriel said, I don't know, think he is, but I will. And then Alice says, oh my God, you got to hear R. Kelly rap this about Trey songs. He wild. So Azriel replies, you got my pic, and send me a link. Laughing my ass out. I don't. Laughing my ass off. What? And then Alice replies with the link to the YouTube video of the diss track. And then she says, yeah, girl, you look a hot mess, but you ballin', laugh out loud. Azriel, I guess, laugh my laughing my ass off, but I'ma probably go to sleep. He not hanging out. And then Alice asks, he's not hanging out. Azriel, he at the gym. I'm going to bed. I love you. Good night. So then Alice replies, good night. Love you too. So now it is May 1st at 9:20 a.m. And here come Alice. Child. Good morning. I know you sleep. However, I was thinking, you know how he freestyles songs. Remember we used to do that, but rapping in the car, me, you, and Monty. You should write him a little song. Luke that, I think she meant like that, about you leaving, how you're going to be sad, laugh out loud. And guys, Monty is the son, the son, or Azriel's brother. Then Alice goes on to say, or sing Prince song to him with a cute dance, grab his hand, feel his face. It fits perfectly. From the first moment I saw you, I knew you were the one. He will be flattered. Okay, Alice, child. So that was at 9:22. Azriel finally responds at 12:02 and says, good idea, morning. Alice responds, yep, did you get him a gift yesterday? Good morning. Ask him, is he doing the show in Be More? He may want to rethink that with the riots dudes there be on some rah-rah BS. He needs security because they can be cruddy. So Azriel replies, no, I didn't. I know, I'll ask. He at the studio been since last night. He had sent for someone to come get me, but you know, I was asleep. Azriel says she even be sitting up in the studio all night long, even though she there supposed to be trying to get some music from out this man. So Alice replies, wow, you can't be doing that. You can't keep sleeping in your next lifetime. Sleep in your next lifetime. I know you're on your cycle, but that's no excuse. That guy ain't come to your door no more. You should have just went to the gym and showed support. Men like stuff like that. If you can't support him with stuff, why should he support your interests? What you doing? So Azriel replies, K, I had no service. I know he was calling me. Alice, I'm on my break from as trying to call you. Girl, I don't know, they just breaking all up here. I'm on my break from, and then maybe she's calling her ass, but it has AS, trying to call you. Tell him from now on, call the room phone or come knock on the door. It seems as if you're slacking. If you don't go, I told you that yesterday, you have to kind of act like you pressed to go to studio. So what y'all doing today? Azriel says, I know, I have no service. He just texted me. He said, although he isn't with me, this wasn't a waste of a trip. He said I should use the time to try and ease my mind and soak in everything he's been telling me. So when I actually go into this industry, I'll have a mature frame already. And then Alice replies, oh, wow. Yeah, because if he bring you out with his past issues, he's going to be, I think she meant he's going to receive, but she says he's going to be a lot of backlash for him, you and us, so everyone need to be ready. I wonder, is he really ready? Because people going to say mean stuff, especially about him. You're going to have a tough skin and ignore a lot of shit and learn how to ignore MFers. It would be child, she typing so fast, she leaving words out. It would be a test to show you who your real friends are too. You have to learn how to not comment, no matter how bad you may want to. You got to keep cool, don't show emotion, and don't say a word. So y'all still going to fight? Are you going to his show tonight in Cali What's your room number? Phone number? You miss us yet? Yeah. So Azriel said 220, I guess referring to her room number. And then Alice says, if you use room phone to call out, he can get log of every number you called since he paid for the hotel.
What type of mother is this? Oh my God.
Alice, why are you worried about that? And why do you think the man would be trying to get a log of calls she made from the hotel room? Like, girl, come on. So now Azriel is texting whoever the assistant is. And she says, Mr. Kelly said, get me to Stockton, California and to his show tonight. Then she texts her mom and says, Ma, laughing my ass off, I'm finna be on my way to Stockton, California. Got a 5-hour trip. And then Alice says, so you are going to the concert? I told you. Oh my God, exciting. You riding on the tour bus? Okay, I will get it scheduled, is what the assistant says. She cuts in and says she's going to get it scheduled. Then Azriel says, thank you. The assistant says, because of the time frame, I'm going to send an Uber car for your airport drop-off. Can you be ready by 2 p.m.? Azriel says, I'm ready now. Just let me know when the car is at the hotel. The assistant says, okay, I will. And then Azriel says, I'm very excited, to her mom. Then the assistant, car will arrive in 5 minutes. Azriel says, thank you. The assistant, black Suburban is parked out front of the hotel now to pick you up. Let me know when you get in the vehicle. And then Azriel says, I'm in the truck. Thank you. The assistant says, perfect. Azriel, do you know which airline I'll be attending? And she says, Delta Airlines. And then Azriel tells her, thank you. Can you resend that last text? Sorry. The assistant, Delta Airlines. And then the itinerary, the confirmation number, what time it departs, when it arrives in Sacramento, etc., etc. And then Azriel sends the itinerary to her mom. So it's now 5:17 in the evening, and the mom replies, are you checking any bags or carrying? The assistant asks Azriel, are you checking any bags or carrying your bag on the plane? Azriel says, no, just my purse. And then the assistant says, okay. There will be a car picking you up in Sacramento and driving you to Stockton to check into your hotel. I will send you that information also. Azriel, thank you. Half this stuff I can't be saying. Then she tells her mom, half this stuff I can't be saying over the phone, shaking my head. Then the assistant says, when I get to the airport, then Azriel asks the assistant, when I get to the airport, what will I show them? The assistant says, go to the kiosk and enter your confirmation number. I can walk you through it when you arrive. Azriel says, all right, thank you. The assistant, no problem. I'll be on standby for you throughout the entire process. Azriel, thank you very much. I'm arriving at the airport now. Assistant, perfect. Azriel, I found it, did it, thank you. The assistant, awesome. There will be a car at the airport to meet you when you land. Have a safe flight. And Azriel says, thank you for everything. The assistant, no problem. Let Mr. Kelly know that everything worked great and text me when you land. Safe travels. And then Azriel, will do. Okay, so the assistants are being very professional, right? They're doing their job. They're basically booking travel for her. No reason to think anything is amiss. They're just doing their job. And so these text messages show like there was no enterprise. These people are just doing their job. He said, book this girl a flight, make sure she has what she needs. She can contact the assistant directly. And that's that, right?
What type of mother is this?
Anyway,
Oh my God.
so now we have Alice back on the line, okay? She says, it won't be star lifestyle if you don't get serious about your music and show this man you want to be famous like him. Once he tired of you, you'll be like everybody else. You better use this as your opportunity while you got him in a spell. Okay. Then Azriel says, okay, Alice, your dress will be here in 2 days. And then the assistant, Azriel texted the assistant and said there will be a short delay, so we'll be arriving around 6:30 instead. The assistant says, okay, got it. Driver will arrive at 7 p.m. There will be a delay due to travel time. Then Alice texts and said, you should text him and be like, you know, you're going to be my boo, and see what he say. Then the assistant texts, or Azriel texts the assistant instead of her mama, okay, thank you. And then she texts her mom and said, laughing my ass off. And let's see. Alice says, laugh out loud. I told you to wear your rosary because he has a big ass one that he wears. He's very religious, grew up in church. Azriel, and I told you mine is broke.
What type of mother is this?
And then Alice says, if you had yours, he probably would be Luke to creepy y'all too similar. What? If you had yours, he probably would be Luke. I don't know, child, to creepy y'all too similar. Okay, I don't know what she's trying to say. Or maybe she's saying that R. Kelly would think that the two of them are very similar. I don't know, child. Then Alice says, where it's at so I can get it fixed. Azriel, my car underneath the cup thing. Alice says, okay. I read this article about why he liked McDonald's so much. I'm going to send it to you. Remind me of how I feel about my mom. So you plotting against this man, but then you also trying to empathize with things that he's going through or have been through, and then you want your daughter to use this in her manipulation tactics. Okay, got it.
What type of mother is this? Oh my God.
Oh, child. So Azriel said, oh, really? I think it was something to do with his mom, to be honest. Maybe like the only place they could eat at, to be honest. And then Alice says, yep, exactly. Azriel, really? Alice. And then she sends the article. It was an MTV article. R. Kelly really loves McDonald's so much, he started working the drive-thru. People trying to be funny. So then Azriel replies, I could tell it had to do with something close to him because he eats there a lot. And or maybe she meant Wednesday. He said McDonald's and I laughed, and he said I never get tired of it. A girl I was dealing with in the past couldn't understand why it touched me so much to eat there, but one day you'll understand. I'm about to board. I love you. And then she has a bunch of emojis, which as I shared with you guys yesterday, I don't know what the emojis are because in this record, it just comes out as a diamond with a question mark in it. And so she's talking to the assistant, and then she says, we're about to depart. I'll let you know when I've landed. Then Alice sends her a text and says, okay, love you, have fun, what time the show start, what you got on, send me a pic.
What type of mother is this? Oh my God.
That's interesting. Oh, okay, so the first text was with the emojis was to Alice, and then Alice responded. Okay. Then the assistant finally responds and says, perfect. Then Alice texts and says, what's the iPod info so I can contact you? And then the Azriel texts the assistant. It's now 9:29 at night, still on May 1st. And she says, we just landed on my way to baggage to find the exit. And then she texts her mom, Azriel Superstar, I think it is, at yahoo.com. Then the assistant says, perfect, driver will arrive at 7 p.m., so walk slow. Not sure why there's only... Okay. It's interesting that her text messages are, even though she's in California, her text messages are still coming in under Eastern Standard Time instead of Pacific Standard Time. So when I'm giving you these times are always in Eastern Standard. So for example, the person texted her at 9:29 and said that the driver was going to be there at 7 p.m., which would mean in 15 minutes. So then Alice texts and says, okay, you made it to your destination. She says, yes, at 7 the chauffeur will come. Then the assistant texts and said, then she texts the assistant and said, thank you, laugh out loud, and I will. Then Alice, okay, well, I was looking at the arena. It's huge. Well, Alice is on it, okay? This woman probably was in her house like having orgasms, and she is so hyped up and so excited about her daughter, her 17-year-old daughter, being out there with this grown man child. It just don't make no sense. It just don't make no sense. So Azriel says, really? And then she does question mark. Laughing my ass off. Always wish you was here with me. And then Alice. So I can think she meant, are you going to the arena or hotel? Me too. And then Azriel says hotel first. And then Alice, he been there. He did his sound check.
What type of mother is this?
How she know?
Oh my God.
How she know the man done did his sound check? Okay. And then she says, which one? Azriel, I don't know yet. The chauffeur come at 7. I gotta wait for something regardless. I gotta wait for R regardless because he has my luggage. So hell, probably do his sound check and then come straight to the hotel to give me my stuff. I don't know. Okay, maybe Alice was asking her about a sound check instead of telling her that he was doing the sound check. Okay, so we jump down to 9:37. Azriel texts her mom and says, dang, he probably is there. I don't know. Alice, yeah, he been there. Alice did know he was doing the sound check. She said, yeah, he been there. He did his sound check. Did you let him know you made it and ask him if he got there safely? Azriel, I did, yes, laugh out loud. Alice, do you know what hotel? Azriel, not yet. Alice, okay. Azriel, when I get it, I'll let you know. So Alice, the chauffeur there yet? What you gonna wear? Azriel, I don't know, to be honest. Alice, don't you think you should have been thinking about that? Make sure that your hair to the side and you put lotion and perfume. He want you to be dressed up. Okay. So Alice is still texting him, I guess. I'm assuming. Because how Alice know all this stuff? We need Alice. We need the text messages from Alice's phone, okay? And who she was texting throughout all this ordeal. Because she seems to know a lot about what this man is doing and where he's at. So then Azriel says, I'm thinking my blue pants, heels, and a crop top. Alice, he don't like tight pants. Checked in to make sure the driver located you. Please text me when you arrive at the hotel and send me your room number. And then I'm sorry, y'all. I keep forgetting to look over on the other side of the page to see who phones these text messages come from. Okay, so the assistant is saying check in to make sure the driver located you. Please text me when you arrive at the hotel and send me your room number. And then Azriel says, can you send me the info on the hotel I'm at? Then she texts Alice and says, yes, when I'm out. Not if I'm just going out to shop. And then Alice says, okay. The assistant, hi Azriel, here's your hotel information. And then she says hotel, look like some emojis, Residence Inn. Stockton, she gives the address, the confirmation number. And then Alice says, okay. All over the place.
What type of mother is this? Oh my God.
Okay, then Azriel, I'm assuming, sends the information to her mom. Then the assistant, Residence Inn, thank you, Residence Inn, to her mom. Seems to be some confusion going on here. And then I guess she was asking the lady Residence Inn because she can't believe she's going to be staying at the Residence Inn and not some highfalutin hotel, probably where Mr. Kelly is staying at. She's like, how I get stuck at the damn Residence Inn? So the lady tell her, yeah, you're going to be at the Residence Inn, Chica. So then Alice says, okay, your driver there yet? Azriel says, yes, laughed my ass off. On my way to the hotel now. And then Alice says, what time he performed? Azriel says, I don't know, to be honest. He never even told me. Alice, why you don't ever ask? You need to seem interested and curious. Azriel, we was rushing. You don't understand. Alice, men don't like real boring girls that aren't inquisitive. Azriel, I told you. He asked me, did I want to come to his show? I said, of course. And he said, okay then, let's pack this stuff up. He was even putting his stuff in my bag. Well, suitcase. Alice, why your eyes look like that in the pic you took, like a demon? Because she is a demon, Alice. Okay. You raised that demon. You should know. So then Azriel says, laughing my ass off. No, I was annoyed, silly. Alice, oh, you rolling your eyes. Azriel, yeah, laugh out loud. Alice, ew, said 7 is 30 after. Did you tell him? They just be jumping all over conversations. So then Azriel says, no, what you talking about? Girl, we don't know what she talking about either. I'm glad you asked that question. So then Alice says, didn't he say chauffeur will pick you up at 7? It's after 7. You better let him know. Azriel, I'm with the chauffeur. Alice, oh, sorry. Azriel, you're fine. Alice said, you're not at the hotel yet? Alice getting anxious. She see her daughter at that Coliseum. Okay, I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. So Azriel says, no, it's like an hour away. And guys, it's 10:52 now on May 1st. So it's so I guess that would be 7:52 in California. So Alice says, wow, you may miss him perform. So Azriel says, no, it's at 10. Well, we'll get to the hotel around 8:30, and the hotel close to the arena. He never on time anyways. He probably got opening acts and all. So then Alice says, yeah, but they probably done. Then Azriel texts the assistant and said, Mr. Kelly wants me at the show tonight in the front row. Then she texts Alice and says, crazy, this man just called me, said he want me right in the front row. The assistant, I'm already on it. Text me as soon as you arrive. Did you check into your room? Okay. I told you, and then Alice says, I told you, you better look pretty. Then Azriel responds to the assistant, I'm not there yet. And then here go Alice, girl, I know you need to start listening to me. And then the assistant replied, okay. And Azriel replied to her mom, I'ma try, laughing my ass off. Alice going off, child. She says, fix your hair right, make sure your lips shiny, put on eyeliner and fix your hair, make it the side, it looks so much prettier. I think she's telling her, pull it to the side, it looks prettier that way. I would blow him little kisses and wink at him and bite the tip of my finger, mess with him real good. Do something seductive, then make a silly face, laugh out loud, rolling on the floor, laughing, and then a whole bunch of emojis like, lady, grow up, okay? Alice still texting, child. It's 11:20 now at night. So she says, don't be surprised he may pull your ass on stage. You don't have nothing better to wear than that. So I guess Azriel sent her a picture. And Azriel says, no. And Alice, well, your little, I think she meant wear. She typed WHERE, but I think she meant WEAR. Your little black one-piece short set. Why? You still bleeding? Lord, lady. Oh my God. Azriel says, it's big, and yes, I am. I'm here. So it's now 11:23 p.m. I'm sorry, she's texting the assistant that she's there. The assistant says, okay, great. When you check in with your confirmation number, please text me your...
What type of mother is this?
Room number.
Oh my God.
Okay, she's telling her she's at the hotel, child. So much time didn't pass. I forgot what was going on. Okay, so the Azriel says, how much time do I have to get ready? The assistant says 20 minutes. You can do it. Your driver will wait there until you come back down. Azriel, okay, you tell him 20 minutes. Then the lady says yes. Then here comes Alice. Make sure you make your ears pop, because he may pull you on stage and let you hit a note, child. Blow your ears now and do vocal warm-ups. You better start listening to me. Done. Checked in. I'm sorry. I get to rolling with Alice, y'all. Let's go back up. That's the assistant saying done. And then she says checked in, question mark. Azriel says, yes, I did. The assistant says room number. Azriel, room 205. Assistant, okay, text me when you're on your way. Azriel, can you call the chauffeur? And then the assistant says, yes, I did just call him. He's ready when you come down. Like, girl, don't you listen? And Azriel says, I don't have his number. But didn't they tell you he was going to wait, Azriel, that he would be down there waiting for you to get dressed and come back down? So then the assistant says, 916-296-7589. I called him and he's ready when you are. Exclamation point. Okay, so here goes Alice. Actually, you look cute. I just don't like that color gloss. I brought you a matte pink lip gloss. It's so cute. And then Azriel says, we're on our way. Aw, cute. So I'm assuming that Azriel is sending her mother pictures of her as she's getting dressed. So the assistant says perfect. Okay, Azriel told the assistant we're on our way. Then she tells her mother, aw, cute. Then the assistant, perfect. And then Azriel says, is there a certain side or part you want us to go into? The assistant says, yes, your ticket is at will call. I can meet you there if you're unsure. Which takes me back to, is this the Joanne lady or is this Cheryl Mack? Okay. Because whoever this is, they are there. And we know that the Joanne lady was there also in California. So then Azriel says, yes, please meet me there. The assistant says, okay, on my way. Stay in the car until I get there. Then Azriel, because I need to talk to you anyways. My phone's dying and I need to know how I'll be leaving before it dies completely. I'm on like 10%. And then she says, and will do. And this in a text somewhere. And then the lady says, okay, the driver is going to wait there for you until after the show. Azriel says, thank you, I'm here. The assistant, okay, I'm right out front. I'm here. Azriel says, I'm here. Okay, then she texts her mom and says, I think this man has something planned because I'm with his executive and she telling the lady she needs to be on the floor. That's where Mr. Kelly wants her. And then she says, mad happy. Then the assistant says, Tim is parked across the street from where I dropped her off at will call between a white car and an orange car.
What type of mother is this? Oh my God.
Okay. Then Azriel says, thank you. Then she texts her mom and says, Tim is parked across the street. Okay, she forwards the assistant's message to her mom. And then she texts the assistant and says, keep this just in case my phone die. Okay, then Alice says, why you got on those bummy ass tennis?
What type of mother is this? Oh my God.
Oh, Lord have mercy. I can't with this lady. So guys, it is now 12:25 in the morning. But it's what, so 3 hour, so it's 9:25, I guess, in California. Alice don't buy her this girl feelings. So Azriel says, this all I got. Then the assistant says, do not move out of your seat for anyone when he comes out and everyone goes to the end of the stage. You can get closer, but be very careful if you do. Enjoy the, and I think she meant to say show. And then Alice texts and says, be ready to sing something, do some warm-ups for real, girl. And then Azriel replies to the assistant, I will. And then the text saying show finally shows up from the assistant. Azriel says, thank you. Okay, now this is her and Alice. So then she texts her mom and says, laughing my ass off. No, I'm not singing, but he was pressed to have his baby in the front. So Alice said, you better do some riffing and improvising. Azriel said, okay, I'm so scared. I know he gonna be looking at me all night, shaking my head. And Ma, I look a hot mess, a hot ass mess. And all these girls in their best and still don't look cuter than me. All right, Miss Confident Azriel. And she says they look country and shit. All right, cussing at your mama. Okay, so then Alice says, you better sing. That's what you there for. Don't make him look stupid. If he pull you on stage and you don't sing, he will probably never speak to you again. So Azriel, laughing my ass off, everything a joke. I know I'm going to sing if he asks me to, but I'm here to watch him do his thing, not my time to shine. So Alice, you better rip it, give him a lap dance and everything, perform. He been shining for years. If he gives you the stage, that is your time to shine. Azriel, I know, Ma. Alice, you do look cute. You a natural beauty. Just throw them tennis away. Azriel said, well, thank you, bitch. No, she just said thank you. Love you. My phone dying. I don't want people looking in my phone. His number right under yours. Love you. And then Alice says, you in front row. People probably wondering who you are. Don't say shit. Azriel, I know I'm not. Alice, you better make me and him proud when he pull you on stage. Have fun. So Azriel said, why you keep saying that? Who said he do that? He just want to sing the show to me again. He just want to sing something, child. I already know, but bye. Love you. If I do end up on stage, I'ma do my thing, no doubt. Love you. Bye. Alice, you better. Azriel, tell me how he gave me black undies again, laughing my ass off. I'm right here in the middle. He's singing the whole show to me. Laugh out loud, too funny. That's Alice. Azriel, for real. Laughing my ass off. This man in love. Alice, oh my God, you're gonna marry him and have his babies. Laugh out loud, my son-in-law gonna be older than me. Too dang funny. Azriel, laughing my ass off. Ma. Alice, well, you better get signed first, then marry second. Azriel, this girl in front of me took a video of me. Alice, how you acting? Azriel, cause she trying to see why he's showing me so much attention. Probably gonna Google me and I'm here. So Alice says, staying calm. Azriel, standing in my seat, staying calm. Ain't acting like them. So then Alice said, why you got on that same shit you had on yesterday?
What type of mother is this? Oh my God.
Oh my God, I can't. Now y'all, it's 1:06 in the morning Alice time. She need to have her old behind in the bed with Angelo sleep, but she out here harassing her child all through the night. So Azriel said, cuz Alice, good girl, you learning. Azriel, it was the quickest thing I could grab and I only wore it for 2 hours. And then she says, at the mall. Then Alice, I hope he didn't see you. Child, now wait a minute. Hold up, let me go back.
What type of mother is this? Oh my God.
Okay, so she's still at the concert at 1:05 a.m., which would be what, guys? Like 10 p.m. California time. And then she says, staying calm. Alice says, staying calm. Azriel says I'm standing in my seat, staying calm, ain't acting like them. Then Alice says, why you got on that same shit you had on yesterday? Azriel said, cuz Alice, good girl, you learning. Actually, I don't know what they talking about. So then Azriel says, it was the quickest thing I could grab and I only wore it for 2 hours. So I guess she's referring to the outfit that she still got on from the day before. And she says, at the mall. So she's telling her she wore it for 2 hours at the mall, I'm assuming. So then Alice says, I hope he didn't see you. Azriel, and Ma, these girls jealous, trying to figure out why he showing me so much attention. And he didn't be quiet. Okay, then Alice says, don't trip, y'all little secret. They got nothing on my baby. Your sweet cinnamon, the prettiest brown caramel. oh, she finally say something nice about her daughter. He don't like light-skinned girls. Saw in an interview. Well, if that's the case, Alice, why is he still with Jocelyn, okay? Who is very light-skinned, okay? And stop being such a colorist. And then she says, huh? Who didn't be quiet? Oh, okay. People, men and women adore you. You're beautiful. You just need to believe it. You think all these guys and girls would be crazy over you if you weren't, especially one of the most richest families, handsome man in the world. Girl, please. What the heck is Alice talking about? People, men and women adore you. You're beautiful. You just need to believe it. You think all these guys and girls would be crazy over you if you weren't. Okay, then ... Especially one of the most richest, famous, handsome men in the world. Girl, please. Okay, so after that ... she's talking about R. Kelly. Okay. So Azriel replies, this man making it so obvious, staring exactly at me. He don't care. He keep taking his glasses off. What the fuck? Rolling on the floor laughing. Crazy.
What type of mother is this? Oh my God.
Then Alice, whatever you do, don't answer questions. Azriel, laughing my ass off. I know. Alice, he gonna seduce you tonight. Jesus, laugh out loud. You have to give him a massage before he go to bed.
What type of mother is this? Oh my God.
Azriel, laughing my ass off. No, I doubt it. Alice, girl, you better, or he will get someone else to. Laugh out loud. Nah. Azriel, laugh my ass out. Shut up. Alice, ha ha. So then Alice says, he keep touching your hand. You gonna have a bunch of them black panties. So how she know the man okay, for some reason Alice know he touching her hand, child. So anyway, Azriel says, laughing my ass off, yo, he mad as fuck, you jinxed me. And then Alice said, laugh out loud. The Azriel, some guy came up to me talking, saying, you want to meet him? You know him? He like you? And Alice said, why? And then Azriel said, he said on stage for the guy to move, shaking my head. He mad as fuck. And then Alice says, what happened? Say no, I'm good, thanks. Then Azriel said, I didn't even open my mouth, but he saw him beside me and told him to move. Now he won't even look at me. I think he mad. Girl, I think he tested you and you failed the test. So then Alice said, nah, as long as you didn't say nothing, he can't be mad with you. Didn't he tell you not to be jealous? Well, he can't be jealous either. Azriel, I didn't. He sing Keep It on the Down Low and sung it all to me. Alice, laugh out loud. How he didn't even sing that the last time. You're gonna have to send him a booty shot pic. Laugh out loud. Azriel, laughing my ass off. Alice, girl, he gonna really want some of you after tonight. He's still mad. You gotta give him a little lap dance and Prince tonight. Laugh out loud. Hello, you okay? And then Azriel says, he ain't mad. Laughing my ass off. Might have to. And then Alice said, no, it's all good.
What type of mother is this? Oh my God.
And then Azriel says, I'm leaving. So now we got the assistant again. So the assistant says, perfect. Now it's now 2:13 a.m. Eastern time. And she says, perfect. Your driver is in the same location that he dropped you. Text me when you're in the car. Wait, don't leave. And then Azriel says, I'm in the car. Want me to come back in? We didn't pull off. And the assistant says, yes, come back in. Azriel says, where you at? The assistant, meet you same place out front. Coming, BG, coming out in 5. And then Azriel says, I'm at the booth where I got my wristband. The assistant says, yes, stay there. Azriel, okay. The assistant coming. Azriel, okay, I'm still here. Here come Alice. Well, good night. Talk to you later. And then Azriel says, I'm backstage laughing my ass off waiting for him. Good night, Ma. Love you. Then some emojis. And then Alice, I'm going to sleep. So what happened? I'm not going to sleep. So what happened? Where he at? And then Azriel says, my phone gonna die, but it was amazing. It gets better and better. He changing, then meet and greet, then to me, and off to the hotel. Ooh, child, okay. And then Alice says, wow, one day you're gonna be just as good and famous. You got to want that. And Azriel says, I do. It's crazy. He was handing out the panties and he said small booties, and all the girls in front of me was bouncing their butts. And then I put my hand up and he threw them at me and they was all bent over, mad as fuck. I just laughed and he blew me a kiss and went on to the next size. Ma, they was trying to take videos and pictures of me low key like I ain't see. They had their front cam on acting like they were taking pics. I just laughed. I then caught the feelings, shaking my head. That's the worst. And then Alice replies, you caught feelings? Laugh out loud. Yeah, can't be doing that. So did he talk to the guy again and give someone his number like he did you? And then Azriel says, nah, he's something. I think she meant stared. He stared at me the whole night. And then Alice, that's what's up. He in your spell. Azriel, it was all older women and they were ugly as fuck, busted, peeling heels, looked a country mess, big guts out, shorts with D. Ew, they just looked a hot mess, I swear. And then Alice replies, that's why he liked you even at Orlando show where you were the youngest girl there and prettiest. Well, have a great evening. Good night. And then Azriel says, I know, with a bunch of K's. I'm at my hotel room. And then Alice says, perfect. So now it's 4:19 in the morning and Azriel is texting, my phone died. I love you. Good night. And then at 7:53 a.m., Alice texts, oh my God, glad you had a wonderful evening. I know you're not up. I'm getting ready for the beach. Now, one thing about Alice, she going to the beach, y'all, okay? This must have been after her surgery. She all fine and stuff because she wants to lay out on that beach. Let's see. So then at 7:54, Alice texts, hope you have an awesome day. Fight night, baby. Flying to Vegas, huh? Like, okay, at you. We having fight party this evening. I love you. You kind of living your life now, even though it's someone else's spotlight. At least you getting a taste so you can see what it's like and pull work that much harder. I think she meant you'll work that much harder. As long as you're happy, I'm good, but I need you to still know you are an artist also, and you have a career too. He famous, you trying to get famous. If you get on, you won't have to worry. If he kick you to the curb, you will be famous too. You need to let him hear you. And Stewie's song, I don't know, a duet. He may want to do one with you. Do you have it on your phone? And guys, I'm just trying to figure out what Alice is trying to say here, okay? And then she says, hit the boys up, see if they can up with dance routine. I think she meant come up with dance routine for Beyonce 7-Eleven. And she says, are you okay? I had a dream about that. Let him hear. I got you with Stewie. So maybe Stewie is somebody that's in California, the songwriter. Child, know what she's talking about. She just texting, child. Azriel ain't responded yet. These text messages started at 7 o'clock in the morning. It's now 11:41. She says, your writing is sick, sensual, grown hot. He will be impressed. And then Azriel finally responds at 11:57 and says, going to Vegas. Love you. Morning. I'm sleepy.
What type of mother is this? Oh my God.
Then her mama says, on your way now. So what happened last night? Here, Alice wants the details. So now the assistant is texting and she says, morning. Schedule change. Would you be ready to fly to Vegas this afternoon at 2:55 p.m. today? You would have to depart your hotel at noon. Then here come Alice. I'm at Ms. Apple's. Yeah. I'm going to beach, then back home for fight party. Didn't tell you about being sleepy. Get your damn Starbucks and wake up. So you see all my texts answered. Then please, what happened last night? Hello, so what happened? What are you doing? I'm calling. Are you okay? As you can keep being sleepy. You need to learn how to function on 4 hours of sleep. Let me speak with Mr. Kelly first. And okay, then this is the assistant saying, let me speak with Mr. Kelly first and I will advise more regarding your travel. And then here come Alice again. What's up? Are you okay? It's now 3:25 and Azriel has not spoken to her since she texted about going to Vegas at 11:57. Okay, so then Alice says hello. Azriel says hey, morning. And then she texts to the assistant, all right, thank you. And then Alice, too funny. So you didn't ask him what's going to happen when you leave? Are you sad? That's why you need to press him about your music. See, you didn't show him you were serious about your music. You missed your opportunity. All you got was an extended vacation. See, that's why we should have been involved. And then Azriel was like, what are you talking about? I'm fine. Alice, so did you ask him, is he going to work with you musically? Because he never really heard you sing or your songs or saw you write. You went to sleep in the fucking studio. Let him hear duet with Stewie. Azriel. Yes, he did, Ma, and I went to sleep for 1 hour. Calm down. We was there like 8 hours. And then Alice calmed down and she said, yeah, okay. So now the assistant is texting and she says, hi, Azriel, working on your travel. What's the best time for you to depart? And she says, there's a 7 p.m. that arrives at 11 p.m. Will that work? Azriel says, okay. He said, okay. And then the assistant, perfect, working on it now. And then here come Alice again. Oh, New Year's, that girl that was dancing nonstop, real good. She said it was bachata. Anyway, she says, do you remember, did you make your flight? So then the assistant sends the itinerary, which was Saturday, Saturday, May 2nd. Then she gives the flight number, Delta Airlines, departing Sacramento, getting in to Vegas at 11:05 p.m. Her car service confirmation. Once again, he putting her up at the Residence Inn. Okay. Then she says, pick up, okay, at the Residence Inn, drop at Sacramento Airport. Then she has Mandalay. Okay, so Mandalay Bay Hotel, Vegas. Okay, so she was at the Residence Inn in Psych. That's where she was being picked up. So she did get an upgrade, y'all, to the Mandalay Bay once she got to Vegas. So they're going back and forth about when the car will arrive. The driver's name is Kimberly. Azriel says, okay, thank you. Then she texts her mom and says that she doesn't leave until 7. And then the assistant says, we're cutting it close with time. Kimberly will arrive at 7:15 sharp. It's a 45-minute drive. And then she asks her if her bags are checked. Azriel says, no, I don't have any luggage and I'm ready now. I'm walking down now. Azriel, why you ain't got no luggage, child? You been gone well, I guess she only been gone for about 2 days. So maybe she buying stuff as she go. So then the lady says yes with a bunch of exclamation points. And then Azriel says, well, I'm downstairs waiting. Okay, she's 5 minutes away. Kimberly gives the phone number. So they're basically just going back and forth for the next few minutes about checking the boarding pass. Thank you. Here's your psych boarding pass. It didn't come through. The second is blank. But I did get the first screenshot. Thank you. I got them. Perfect. Then the itinerary, she received the same information again about the itinerary, her staying at the Mandalay Bay, the check-in, the check-out on May 4th. Azriel says thank you. Then she texts the information to her mom. And she says, that's my hotel. Oh my God. So she's excited about staying at the Mandalay Bay. Then the assistant says your flight is delayed, now departing at 7:37. So you have a couple of minutes, but don't slow down. Then she texts her mom and says, I'm staying at the Mandalay, then coming home. Thank you. And then she tells her mom to Google the Mandalay Bay. Then the assistant asks her if check-in is okay. She says, yes, I'm at the airport waiting to depart. I have a lotion and perfume and they're big. I'm hoping they don't spot it in LA and make me throw it away. And then the assistant says, oh gosh, good luck. And then Azriel says, I know, laugh out loud. And then here come mama. Oh, well, she's texting her mom saying, answer your phone. Okay, child. Okay, we're almost to May 3rd, and we're going to stop there because we have exceeded our 1 hour mark. And so, let's see. Who's the assistant is texting. Azriel, I have awful phone reception. I left your cab fare, $20 at the front desk. When you check in, an envelope at the Mandalay Bay Hotel. Please use it. You can order room service. It's covered by Mr. Kelly. And then Azriel says, I've just landed in LA. Do you know what gate I'm in for that flight? In the screenshot, it never said which gate. Then she says, never mind, I figured out the gate number, but do I take a taxi to the hotel, to the airport, to my room? And then the assistant says, yes, and there is an envelope at the desk when you check in under your name for you to pay the taxi fee. And then Azriel says, thank you. The assistant says, safe travels. Azriel says, thank you. If you're watching the flight, please let me know. Watching the fight, please let me know who won. The assistant says, okay. Then Azriel texts her mom and says, don't think I'll be able to go to R. Kelly's show tomorrow. Gotta be 18 or older. I'm not. And then the mom texts and says, oh my God, are you okay? Did you make it to your room? Hello? Where did you hear that? Are you okay? Who told you that? To be honest, I think all his shows require you to be 18. So I'm not sure why you're worried. Call me. And then Azriel finally responds, like, Alice started texting her at 1:44. Azriel finally responds at 2:30 in the morning. And she says, no, told you I landed at 11. And no, they check an ID at King of Blues or WE, whatever that is. And then Alice says, oh, did he tell you that? And then Azriel says, no, I saw online. And then she says, well, tell him you're sick. And then Azriel says, laughing my ass off. So the man still thinks she's 18, okay? So we're going to stop there, and then we'll pick up as May 3rd continues on in our next video. So guys, what do y'all think? Alice is living vicariously through her daughter, which is so sickening. She should be ashamed of herself. Oh, and then I want to I think there was a comment I wanted to let's see. Oh, somebody had said when you make research about this accuser, you find out shady things. She says it's all about the money. This woman are clout chasers, but there was somebody else had said something that I said I was going to share. I can't find it. I'll put it in the next video. But anyway, guys, that's it for me for part 3 of these. And I think I keep saying emails, but it's text messages. That's it for part 3. Go ahead, leave your comments below, rate the video, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. And until the next time, I shall talk to you guys later. Bye-bye.